Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a little while. I'm John. You should know the sound of my voice for now. And this is my channel, Elite Gamers United. Today, we are here, and it is of complete coincidence that Cyberbots, which just released as part of the Capcom Fighting Collection, is the game that I'm going to be talking about today. And the question we're going to ask is, does this game deserve a new installment? Forget about the spiritual successor of Tech Romancer on the Dreamcast. Let's break down Cyberbots on the Sega Saturn, Japanese version of course, and let's see if this game really deserves a new iteration. In the visuals department, Cyberbots runs on Capcom's tried and true CPS2 board, which to this day still remains a wonderful piece of arcade technology. It's got that Capcom flair that Capcom's games of the mid-90s were known for. The Cyberbots in this game are animated very well. They are of super high quality sprites and pixels, and yes, I am going to say those pixels are high quality. You could see tons of detail. The backgrounds, beautiful. Lots of color. Lots of saturated colors. I can't say enough good about the visuals in this game. Even seeing pieces of the Cyberbots when they get destroyed, when they blow up, all the pieces that shatter, when weapons break off in battle, the transformations that happen when you use the boost button for certain bots. And never once did I ever say to myself, oh, this game is just ripping off Transformers. Because it's really not, because they don't transform per se. The game just has a lot of originality to it. And fans of Marvel vs. Capcom will recognize, probably one of the most favorited characters in that game, Jin. This is the game that he comes from. Forgetting to mention before, the backgrounds, some of them, when you're playing Versus, they change. Not just from the destruction. For example, the underwater stage, the shelf, the underwater shelf, with the ship in the background that's sunken, collapses and you fall down even deeper to pretty much a lost city, I would say. They're probably alluding to Atlantis. But it's a lot of the little details like that which make this game really stand out on the visual end. I can't get enough of watching the bots explode at the end of the match when you win the 2 out of 3. I have to mention this, but this game sort of feels like, I think the visuals really make it feel like this world is taking place in Mega Man's universe. And another really cool little touch, every single Cyberbot has its own style of boost gauge next to their health bar. So it's not just everybody's got the same looking health bar, the same exact boost gauge. Everyone is individual and personalized, I guess, to mimic or show off what the interior of the cockpit would look like or how the gauges are designed. It's just a neat little touch that only adds to it. Okay, now I know I spent a lot of time talking about the graphics. I promise I'm not going to go on and on and on about the sound because there's really not that much to go on and on and on about. The voiceovers. This is a fighting game from Capcom in mid-90s that has voiceovers, completely fully voiced cutscenes in the arcade mode, story mode, whatever you want to call it. No fighting game deserves to have a story that probably is on the scale, like as deep as this game, as much as I assume I don't even know the story. Haven't looked it up in English, haven't played the game in English. But fully voiced, voiceover sounds wonderful. The sound effects in the game itself, in battle, the explosions, the lasers, all sound really cool and have punch to them. But the one thing I think that really will make you think and sort of like make you say, why does this sound familiar? The music. No joke, this game, if you put a blindfold on me and told me, what game series is this music from? I would probably say somewhere along the lines of Mega Man or the Mega Man X series. More so Mega Man X. In fact, take a listen to just a couple of tracks in your free time and tell me this doesn't sound like it belongs in a Mega Man game. I can't say that the soundtrack is mind-blowing and is going to make you want to go out and get the vinyl, get the CD, download every track, and make it your ringtone on your phone. But the score here is very appropriate, very fitting, and it definitely oozes Capcom. Okay, we've come to it. How does the game play? What's the gameplay like? Well, if you're familiar with the Street Fighter series, Darkstalkers, the 3-punch, 3-kick setup, well, get that out of your heads because that's not how Cyberbots plays, or is it set up like that. Cyberbots is unique and still has a modicum of depth to it because you only got 2 regular attacks, a light and a strong. You have a weapon attack, which is a button for each Cyberbot's dedicated weapon, a plasma beam, bomb, missile, etc. And the main hook of the fighting element, the boost button, which each bot has a boost gauge, also styled in the bot's internal style. Whatever it will look like in the cockpit, as I said in the visuals before. So, why would I say this game, how could this game be deep like other Capcom fighting games? Well, on the surface, it's not the deepest. It's no Darkstalkers, and it's definitely no Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Hyper Mega Alpha, Omega Game of the Year Collector's Rebirth Hyperdrive Edition. Not at all. The depth in this game comes from the fact that each Cyberbot feels totally different from another. They all have different methods of boost. They all have different methods of space control. Controlling position on the battle in the arena, or whatever you want to call it, is integral in this game. The reach of your Cyberbot's attacks, where the attacks start. Do they start aiming low and go high? Is it a blockable attack? Is it going to hit you high or low? Controlling your bot's presence in the fight itself is the main hook of the gameplay. Using that boost button is absolutely integral to success. It can help you get out of the way and dodge an attack that you can't dodge by regular skip dashing. I call it skip dashing when you hit forward, or back, or an attack that may not be blockable. You can boost in any direction, straight up, diagonal, on the ground. It really adds a layer of complexity to what would otherwise be quite a simple fighting game. And that is where Cyberbots stands out from all the other Capcom 2D fighters. That boost button is literally the make or break and the live or die when you play this game against the AI, which, might I add, is absolutely fucking unfair and can be ruthless, even on 4-star difficulty. And it seems that they know the attacks you're going to do before you do it. They block damn near fucking everything you throw at them. Otherwise, gameplay is solid. It's a tight and solid game. All the bots are diverse. They all feel very different. Pilot is irrelevant because the pilot only counts in the story mode. Because that's the story you'll be playing through. I enjoyed this game. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's a game that anybody can get into. It's not super complex. It's not complicated. It's enjoyable for fighting game players of all tiers, whether they're newbies, whether they're pros, or whether they're gamers who are very good at games all around, but don't give a shit about fighting games. I think the accessibility is what makes this game really very friendly to newcomers. It's not intimidating. It's actually quite enjoyable losing, only because you'll figure out, what was I doing wrong? And you'll be thinking that before you start thinking, damn, this computer opponent is cheap as shit. You'll be thinking that afterwards, after you think, how can I do this different? There's just a lot of There's a lot to Cyberbots that I think would translate very well into the modern day. And truthfully, this game would probably be much better accepted by gamers today than it was 20 plus years ago. What year are we in? 25 years ago or so. 27, probably 27 years since this game came out. I just think that Cyberbots really just fucking bring it back, Capcom. All right, forget that tech romancer shit. Give us a new Cyberbots. The only thing that really detracts from this game is the gameplay modes. Now, Capcom, I think they went a little overboard. You know, they only gave us arcade and versus. You know, that's a lot. No, I'm kidding. There's only 2 modes to the game. It's an arcade and a versus mode, and truthfully, that's really all it needs. Online play would be nice. I'm going to assume with the Capcom Fighting Collection that just came out, you can play this online. I hope they're using rollback netcode because Cyberbots is one of those games where every hit, every step really, really matters. Not much room for error when the AI in this game alone is ruthless, and I can only imagine how some players that really get deep into this and learn all the intricacies of every character, I can only imagine how ruthless they're going to be. Otherwise, is it a fun game? Yes. Does it look awesome? Absolutely. Does it sound good? It sounds like fucking Mega Man X. Does this game deserve to be brought into the modern day? Yes. I really think Capcom should give us a brand new Cyberbots, use the same style, give us a legitimate Cyberbots 2, and put all that loving Capcom 90s arcade spirit into a new iteration of this game. I know it's been a little long-winded, but this is the last review I'm going to be doing for a month. I'm going away on vacation, and I just wanted to let you all know that I love you all. I'm going to miss you guys, but when I come back, we have a lot more games to cover. Anyway, I'm John. This is my channel, Elite Gamers United. Hope you enjoyed my review of Cyberbots. I'll see you guys when I return.